and welcome back again to the live broadcast of the Southeast Asia Odin Cup Online Tournament Round of 16. Back with me with Abigail as your host, and we still have Zero here as your analyst.
One last game to end the night, and what better match to end it with Radicals going up against Greedy Thailand for our closing match of the round of 16.
Yeah. Greedy Thailand versus Radicals is supposed to be a very close match. Yeah. A lot of people expect 2-1 score at least.
Yeah,
especially you.
We haven't seen 2-1 score in a very long time.
No, man, it's Abigail buff, man.
The Abigail buff, the 2-0 buff.
It's 2-0 buff. Every time I stand here, every time I sit here, the score will always become 2-0.
I mean, we'll see. Greedy Thailand played really well in the round of 32, and Radicals is a very strong guild as well. So
yeah,
these two guilds are definitely very evenly matched, and I can't wait to see what both these guilds have prepared in store for us in this game.
Yeah, and Greedy Thailand, as long as I know, as long as I remember too, they are pretty aggressive in their playstyle since their early game. On the other hand, Radicals is pretty organized, well communicated, and well allocated their player to distribute to every single tablets. So it's really nice to see it.
So I guess you can say Greedy Thailand plays very greedily. Yeah, going with their name.
Yeah. Manifesting in their name.
Manifesting in their name. I mean, definitely making it this far to round of 16 definitely is a huge achievement. But they are looking to go one step further, to go to the top 8 and compete against all the best guilds out there.
Yes, and the upcoming interesting match is provided by our organizer, which is ROO and Huawei App Gallery with their strong support. It's just in case if you don't know what Huawei App Gallery is, this is a top 3 global app marketplace. Well, Huawei App Gallery supports both Huawei and non-Huawei Android phones. You can enjoy premium benefits by downloading games from Huawei App Gallery. Also, it offers a lot of discounts, promotions, offers everything. Yeah. Everything good inside Huawei App Gallery. So just download games from Huawei App Gallery and claim your rewards now.
Yeah, definitely. Claim your rewards there, as well as check out gold.razer.com. They offer a lot of great rebates as well as merchandise that you can redeem when you spend there on gold.razer.com, right? Yep. You get to stack up all your Razer Silvers, which you can convert to different sort of goodies such as merchandise, game credits, mice, keyboard, different sort of peripherals as well. Definitely do check them out. They've been great supporters of the Odin Cup as well.
Yep, and for all of our loyal viewers in this live streaming, we also provide you with rewards as well. Every single item that you can use inside your game, and this is the items that you can receive after you redeem the code that will shown after this.
Yeah, we've already given away two codes today, right? So help us get more people into the stream to get to the next milestone. 20k viewers is what we want to achieve. That is a lot of wager tokens that you can get for yourself, for your guildmates, for all the viewers watching at home as well. So invite everyone you know to watch this. Share the link from YouTube, share it to your friends, get them on there, let us enjoy the last game of the day together.
Yeah, and also don't forget to join our Discord community, because if you already redeemed these codes like Odin Cup 2023 Top 16, make sure you claim more rewards in our Discord, because we also have the daily in-game items for you guys.
Yep, and if you guys miss out on this code, you can always ask in the Discord. They are very friendly. They like to share things like this, right? Making sure that everybody is able to participate in the festivities and yeah, enjoy the Odin Cup along with everyone else. You can join new guilds, find your party mates, as well as get access to a massive collection of game guides and get the upcoming patch updates first before anyone else.
Yeah, because next week will be very interesting.
Absolute game changer.
But yeah, an absolutely game changer, and the newest patch updates will bring us to a different meta as well.
Yeah, definitely. Two new upcoming classes, definitely looking to shake things up, right? High Wizards are strong, but are they going to be strong once the new classes come in, right? Paladins are strong, but will they be strong once Stalker comes in? It's all going to be a question mark until we see the round of the top 8 of the Odin Cup.
Exactly.
But before we get there, one last match.
Yeah.
One last top 16 match separates us from finding out who will be the last team to join. The rest of them in the top 8 is going to be Radicals, or will it be Greedy Thailand?
Because we only have one spot for them.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is a tournament. Somebody has to go home But these two guilds, they have a chance. They have a chance to find out who is the better among both of these guilds.
Yeah, but how do you think about these two guilds? I think I will give the odds to Radicals because I prefer the team that maximize the early game momentum, which is what GreedyTHAILAND actually did on the last recent matches.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Greedy Thailand because of their play style, the way they play as a team, the strategy. You know, I'm a big fan of strategy and how guilds play together, you know, as a team, small team, big team, as a 40 man in the main battlefield. We've seen strategies being created, being used out, and a lot of times they they give a lot of impact in the main battlefield. You force your opponents to make mistakes or make them rotate across the map, making inefficient movement. And yeah, like we've seen a couple of times where it almost works, you know, like especially where in the second game of the day where Solaria almost won just by pure strategy alone, despite being that super underpowered. So Greedy Thailand going up against Radicals, they're not that far apart compared to what we've seen like in the previous game where home against OnlyFan. They're not that far apart. They are slightly underpowered, but if they can come up with a strategy and abuse the weaknesses of your opponents, then maybe we're gonna have a very interesting game.
Yeah, because we still have a variety choices that you can do inside the game.
Oh yeah, it's not one-dimensional.
Yeah, it's not one-dimensional. I mean, like there's a lot of factors that you need to consider that you need to achieve as well as the objectives.
Yep.
Like you need to maximize your players on the secondary battlefield. You need to maximize your tablet. Even if you only just have one tablet, you still can maximize it. And we already get the example of it, and it is proven by Solaria.
Yeah, I hope that, you know, Greedy Thailand has a couple of these plans ready in their pocket, ready to bring out whenever they need, because this is their last chance. This is the last chance for both these guilds to move on to the top 8, where when they go to the top 8, they'll be facing up against Home, which is a tough matchup. But getting there, get there first, right? Get to the top 8 before you prepare to face the beast.
Okay, and let's welcome our two guilds that will compete later. Here we go.
Greedy Thailand against Radicals. I like that name. Radicals in the top 8, top 16, right? Facing up, getting a great result in the round of 32, making it this far. But who will beat the other? 47.3 million power for the side of Greedy Thailand against 50.5 from the side of Radicals.
Yeah.
Not very far.
Not very far. I mean, like we've seen the farthest one is almost 9 million.
8 million, 9 million, yeah.
8 million, 9 million, and actually they still can do something. But between this 3 million gap, I believe there will be something more interesting to watch rather than just, you know, spawn camping, creating a barricade and make sure your opponent cannot get out from the spawn camp. I wish to see more, man.
Yeah. It's not a big difference. Kenkor leading, Radicals hailing from Warrock 3, while it's going to be Greedy Thailand representing Geffen 3. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what sort of guild what sort of class composition they have in their entire guild. What sort of we've been seeing a lot of high wizards recently, as well as a lot of assassins. Yeah. To be honest, there's a lot of assassins that a lot of these guilds are running.
And finally, High Priest becoming an MVP.
First ever.
First ever
High Priest MVP. You've seen it
highest
here first.
Score.
With highest score.
With highest score.
Highest kills,
well.
highest score. Absolutely
my
crazy.
God. And let's take a look at the classes composition between these two guilds. As we can see, the GreedyTHAILAND invested to 24 paladins, but they invest a lot in 34 snipers, 22 high wizards, and 32 high priests. Pretty squishy.
Yeah, not too many support, but they do have, instead of high priests, they do have minstrels and gypsies. They have the performers there to help out with the heals and the sustainability, so they have that going for them. While for the side of Radicals, they've gone more heavily in towards high priests, 39 high priests, a lot less biochemists, only 2 biochemists on their side. So that's going to be a huge factor in the main battlefield when the biochemists can become a huge factor in destroying equipment. Not to mention, the Radicals only have 15 high wizards, so that's going to be crowd control lacking from their side.
Yeah, not only lack of crowd control, but also they invested too much in paladins and also high priests. I think they want to create some barricades
Hmm.
and get a stronghold in two times at the early of the game. That's just assumption.
Yeah, definitely. It is. It's gonna be a battle of control. We've been seeing a lot of aerial control being very important. The terminal wings, the oblivions, really making a difference in seeing whether a tablet is being able to be captured or recaptured, or if the minions that spawn are able to be controlled by a single guild. So the High Wizard is definitely playing a very important part in for them. And interestingly enough, for the side of Radicals, they have 8 champions compared to the 1 from the side of Greedy Thailand.
Yeah, and also the assassin in each skill, I think is pretty decent. Can be utilized and maximized to both sides. So it's actually still 50-50 for me. Looking at the class compositions because the different objective between these two guilds is the greedy talent needs to maximize their snipers as well as the high wizard to prevent the attack from the
Yeah.
paladins from radicals. And for radicals, they need to be aware with their high priest. If only the greedy Thailand assassin can get across their backline, it will be ruined. But the top players from greedy Thailand, as you can see, there's 4 names that I couldn't read.
It's only
But
not
yeah,
Moo
not
Moo.
Moo Moo.
Another cute name.
I
Moo
think,
Meow
you
Wolf's
know,
brother. Not Moo Moo.
no, Moo Moo.
Yeah.
Not Moo Moo.
One high
But
priest.
still, the cutest one is Sunshine.
Sunshine as the
Sunshine
charisma
and the
baby.
charisma baby.
Yeah, that was the top 5 from the side of Greedy Thailand. While for Radicals, they do have Demon, Wix,
Wix,
Eloy,
Eloy.
Jun Bangis, Waira,
Waira or Ira?
Ira.
Ira.
Maybe probably
Maybe
Ira.
probably Ira. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
something interesting I saw from Radicals when they were playing last week in the round of, in the
Top
in the
32?
top 32 was that they sent Demon to the secondary battlefield to start the game, so that he's able to start killing a lot of people, give the secondary battlefield momentum,
And go back to the
and then go back to the main battlefield. So it's going to be interesting to see if he does that in this game as well, because we've been talking about how important the secondary battlefield is in terms of morale, and yeah, it's going to be very important.
Well, at least if you can manage to reach the first buff and you go back to the main battlefield, it will
that'll be
make
enough.
it will be enough and make a big difference, especially when your opponent kind of get neck to you.
Yeah, definitely. And these are the leaders from the side of Radicals: Kenkor, Slidey, Michaela, and Kervinos.
Charisma baby. Oh my god, this one is even cuter.
Sunshine.
I imagine the charisma baby is, you know, a very pretty girl, sweet one, cute one,
That
elegant one. And now and yesterday we saw
Paladin.
a charisma baby,
Killer
a paladin, a killer queen. Oh my god! In just one day we saw a lot.
Yeah, definitely. It's very interesting to see, you know, how these the 5 most important members of a guild, the management team is comprised of, and what sort of role they play in their guild, whether it's player management or who comes up with the strategy. It's all very important work in trying to manage a guild, and that's why we're gonna give a shout out of support to everyone, all the guild management, for making this happen.
But I'm sorry for being out of topic this time. But if you are a guild leader, what's your consideration to give someone a title charisma baby?
I don't think there's a consideration. Like, if you want to be charisma baby, you fight for it, right? Do you want to be charisma baby? Okay, yes. Do you want to be a charisma baby? Yes. All right, you two go 1v1, and then whoever wins becomes charisma baby. Easy.
Easy, very easy, simple and pragmatic.
Yes, you gotta be
So
practical.
David, very practical. And let's take a look on the radical side, and especially their, you know, the management team. The charisma baby is Mikhaila, and as well as the officer, and the another officer and commander is Bianca, Jumbangis, and also Siegfried.
Yeah. Here is the lineup for the side of Greedy Thailand, who played really well in around 32. Let's see if their strategy and movement and team play will help them move on from the round of 16 and reach the top 8. And the management team, the top 9 players here, always very important to keep everyone in check. Make sure your strategies are sound, make sure everybody follows your instructions, and hopefully that will be able to help you lead your guild into victory. And yeah, Pearl, you see that as a Vice Q master, and the
But
rest of the players as well. Venti Cypher as the officer.
and also the charisma baby is the name that I couldn't read, as well as the officer. But the other officers, I think I can read it. I mean, like we
Dark
have
Moon.
Dark Moon, and oh no, I can't,
Ooh.
I can't, I can't,
Is
I
that
can't read.
Ooh? That's Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh as their commander.
ooh, like that.
Like that. Two W's. That's two
Two W.
W's. Yeah.
Ooh, two W. Ooh. What? Do you want me to pronounce it again?
Nah, it's alright. It's alright. I mean, yeah, these two guilds, they are going for one of the most important matches of their life.
Yep.
Round of 16. Winner moves on to the top 8. Loser goes home with only 3,000 diamonds, Nyan berries, and a bunch of other goodies as well.
And despite of the fact that the odds is in GreedyTHAILAND because the lack of powers from radicals, but still I'm willing to know what they cooking for the first game, because this is a very big momentum for them. If they manage to win the first game, it will be give them the moral boost.
Exactly.
The moral boost especially is a very essential component in tournament, right?
Yeah. It's not the morale buff. We're talking about the actual morale in the guild. You know, you
the
just beat
mentality
someone.
buff.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like you see the odds. You know your guild is unfavored. You're the underdog in this match. Then you win the first game. You give everybody confidence, and that's gonna be helping you get the second win as well.
Yeah, and we are going to watch the first game, and now we are going to pass it to our caster. So Nikki and MG, please take it away.
Thank you so much to our very own charisma babies, Abigail and David, for introducing the last match of the evening, Radicals versus GreedyTHAILAND. It's still us, Nikki and MG.
Yes, Radicals versus GreedyTHAILAND. One of the matches that I really want to see. As we can see earlier, GreedyTHAILAND has a bit of short DP versus Radicals. But again, speaking of firepower, GreedyTHAILAND is very, very famous for their secondary battlefield because they managed to secure a quick buff for Tier 1 and Tier 2 in few minutes. So I'm really excited to see if they can still perform, or can they still provide that buff for the main field.
Exactly, MG. And that is one thing that I remembered from GreedyTHAILAND as well. Having the quick buff coming from the secondary field, and another question, like what you mentioned a while ago, is how will Radicals answer to that? Because I believe that these members, these guilds, already studied their opponents. So let's see if they are also gonna employ the same strategy, like put a high DPS on the subfield. Let's find out. But let's move on for now with the guild composition.
Ooh.
Radicals is quite heavy when it comes to sustain and DPS, with 39 High Priests and 32 Paladins. Quite low when it comes to the magic damage, 15 High Wizards. As compared to GreedyTHAILAND here, quite balanced when it comes to Paladin 24, High Priest 32, High Wizard 23. What can you say about that?
Yes, I think with this one, I think GreedyTHAILAND will still use the melee meta for this one. It's really effective on the rotation that they are trying to do for the matches that they have, and definitely they're gonna stick with it right now. And on the side of Radicals, they have the upper hand on this one since they have a bit more firepower versus GreedyTHAILAND. They need to capitalize on that one. They need to take advantage as well on the side of secondary battlefield. They need to acquire the tier 1 buff immediately in few minutes, because if not, GreedyTHAILAND can actually overtake them when it comes to tablet flipping, especially with the buff coming from the secondary field.
And this is it. Here we go. 2 tablets will be taken here by GreedyTHAILAND. Nice move coming from them. And statue skills will be also used in Terminal Wings as well. It's actually connecting towards GreedyTHAILAND, and few people from GreedyTHAILAND are actually dying. And they are currently regrouping here in this area. And nice capture coming from Radicals, giving them 2 tablets, securing them points.
Yes, and speaking of secondary field, this is what I really want to see. Unequal points in terms of secondary battlefield. And right now, it's technically almost even right now. Radicals
Mhm.
is just leading for a few points here. And as you can see at the middle, guys, majority of Greedy Thailand is just setting their tempo at the middle. And they're just checking the Sun tablet. I think they're just going to go for the neutral flip so they can actually cap or catch up with the points that Radicals has right now. So as you can see, Radicals is just fully committing right now on the Sun. No answer there coming from Greedy Thailand. And as you can see, middle is being flipped right now by Greedy Thailand and Radicals. Can we see them on the push? No reaction there coming from Radicals at the middle tablet.
Wow, this is really close, but a bit of lead coming from Radicals as they were able to secure two tablets and even recapturing the star. And we're currently watching the stack of Greedy Thailand just pushing Radicals here. I believe this is the Moon tablet because they
Yes.
have they are acquiring it right now, and yeah, Radicals is having a hard time. Though they push from the north side, and will that be enough for Radicals to get this tablet? Let's find out.
Yes. It's gonna be really tough for Greedy Thailand because again they're trying to acquire the star tablet, but majority of the players of Radical right now is at the middle, and they need to step on that tablet ASAP. But again, Greedy Thailand is kinda late on the rotation for the
Oh,
middle tablet, and as you can see, two tablets is being owned again by the side of Radicals. Few players on the side of Greedy Thailand is trying to flank in on the Sun tablet. Sun tablet is almost on the flip. Are we gonna
oh,
see a backup there coming from Radicals? Radicals? Yes, there is a backup. And few flankers
wow.
or counter initiation there coming from Radicals. Trying to flip the star tablet, but again, Greedy Thailand is invested already on the side of Sound Tablet. And few players on the side of Greedy Thailand is just securing as well the Moon Tablet. If they manage to secure this on time, this is gonna be a good push here. Right now, they're done with the Sun Tablet now. Everyone is rushing in on the middle tablet now. Can we see a
Ah!
massive damage there? And they need to drop those statues right now if they want to take the lead. But again, Radicals right now is just putting those storm guns up and running. Those vacuums coming from the Paladins as well. And Greedy Thailand answers back, but no Radicals answers again. They don't want to give this middle out of the hands of Greedy Thailand, and Greedy Thailand keep is just responding from time to time. This is a good fight versus this between these two guilds, and as you can see, they are actually putting two flankers on both teams, trying to steal on their opponent's tablet. Radicals is sending players on the side of Sun, and few Greedy Thailand are sending players as well on the Star tablet. And wow, Nikki, this is the fight
Angie!
that we're waiting for. The intensity, and right now Radicals is still holding, and they're holding everything right now. Wow.
And while MG is casting, I was also holding my breath because I believe that MG actually is catching his breath with that kind of siege and rally from one tablet to another. Where Radicals will take this tablet, Greedy Thailand will answer back, but for now it's gonna be three tablet onto the Radicals sleeves because partner MG, the morale has
Mm-hmm.
already reached the second tier, giving a lot of
Yes.
boost towards Radicals. It's just a matter of 400 points, but that is still big. Now we can see here that there is a flip here at the Sun tablet, and the star will be not contested and will be retaken here by Radicals. Nice play coming from Radicals, but let's still give it to Greedy Thailand for still maneuvering around. Like what you mentioned a while ago, they are kind of late when it
Yeah.
comes to response. They need to timing their response when it comes to the trade-off.
Yes. I think they should leave at least like few players behind, and they need to charge at the middle of the flip on the other tablet so they can actually reposition properly. So as you can see right now at the middle, they're trying to dominate the placement there on the moon tablet, and no response there coming from Radicals because Radical is preparing for the mobs there, and they're just trying to kill those minions just in time, and there is no answer or there is no response there coming from Greedy Thailand, and definitely they will be having a hard time on catching up on those points again. But again, they can actually do a clutch Owl Baron push later for this clash.
Of course, there's still hope, but this matchup only shows to us how important the buffs of the secondary field gives to the main field. Look at that. Just how how many points before Radicals gets it. Oh, they already got their third buff, I believe. And now, looking at the tablets, and look at how really Thailand is occupying this area, I believe uh, they're just dying here. And it's just about time before the clash that we're waiting for. Look at all the skills being thrown against them. And I believe if, oh, they were able to fend off Radicals. Nice defend. Will they be able to defend this any longer? I don't think so. The Sun tablet is flipping.
Yes, they're actually running away from the middle tablet. But again, Radicals can just recapture the star tablet on this one. This is gonna be minus 50
Mhm.
again on the side of Greedy Thailand. They need to
Ah.
focus one tablet or one side tablet and middle tablet here for Greedy Thailand, and they need to capture the minions as well for the 10-minute mark.
Jun Bangis but this one got 145 kills. No joke to that. Okay, so we're currently watching Greedy Thailand taking over this tablet. They're gonna take two, but will this be the preparation time for Radicals? It's quite early, 13:13. Oh, this is gonna be the retake. MG, I'm waiting for the retake coming from Radicals. Yeah, it's just so easy for them to retake. Even though Greedy Thailand is holding on to the sand tablet, we can see that the moon is going under Radicals' possession.
Yes, they need to check the backlane as well on the side of Greedy Thailand. They need to put like several players as well to create chaos there on the backlane of Radicals, because again, Radicals is actually free hitting everyone, and
Mm-hmm.
that's really good anticipation coming from Radicals, because they know Greedy Thailand cannot answer back on that one, and multiple Gloria Domini has been casted. Those vacuums are really on point. Plus, the gravity field connection was really, really nice coming from those Paladins and High Wizards.
Yes, and yeah, looking at this certain area, we can see a few amounts of Radicals, and they are quite scattered at the north, at the east side, but we can see that they are converging towards the north side of our map, and that is it. Nicely done. And I believe that the moon or the sun tablet will be
Mm-hmm.
taken. And that's the exchange for the moon and the star? Or will this be the proper preparation time, 1 minute or so before the Owl Baron? What do you think, MG?
I think Radicals right now is on the lead, so they need to wait the movement of Greedy Thailand, and from that movement, they can actually react properly. They don't want to
Mhm.
overextend on any actions that they can actually, do here, because again, they can dictate anything that they want for this match. But again, I think the majority of the Radicals right now
Wow.
are moving out. I think this is a very, very early regroup coming from Radicals, and as you can
But
see, few
did you see
clashes
the
here
name?
on the side.
Did you see the
Um,
name of that paladin?
yeah, Greedy Thailand right now is dominating on two capture points here, and right now middle. They need to run on the middle. You need to stop hitting anything, and you need to save middle. Okay, right now middle is being rescued here by Greedy Thailand, and they need to spread out, because again, few punishers on the side of Radicals are being placed here at the back lane of Greedy Thailand, and right now that's a failed rescue again coming
True,
from
true.
Greedy Thailand. Bubbles has been popped. Gravity fields are being thrown out everywhere. Plus those
Wow.
sanctuaries just to have a backup heals. And right now, 35 seconds on our timer before the Owl Baron respawn. Can we see a steal here coming from Greedy Thailand, or Radicals can do the last hit on this one? What do you think about that, Nikki Nikki?
Let's find out as we can see a swarm of radicals going after this three-man party of greedy Thailand. Will they be able to fend off themselves? I don't think so. There is always strength in numbers, and they will be outnumbered here. And it is so safe to say that it's going to be radicals to be taking over this area. 4 seconds MG before the Owl Baron spawns. And here we go. Let's see what's gonna happen. Especially they have one champ, only one champ for radicals. So
Yes,
I don't know what's gonna happen when it comes to the last hit.
it's actually good. Like they're sending few players to recap the tablets, and
Mm-hmm.
by doing that, they managed to close the gap here between Radicals. And right now, majority of the players inside the battlefield of Owl Baron, they're just focusing the players. That's the right call. If you're here, you don't want to hit Owl Baron immediately, because they can
Yeah.
actually